Good night. Liesl here again, and tonight I'm coming to you with something of quite an impromptu video because, as we did mention last time, after all those very sophisticated builds, I did decide it was time to go back to your diddley bow. So I did go back to our diddley bow today, and I started this piece at 9:30 this morning, and I finally got her finished at 2:30, so exactly 5 hours on this build. Yes, I did have some problems with the electrics, but I think we finally made it, and I have to say, I think this is probably the most beautiful thing that I have ever created. So I'm choked. Enough from me. Here she is. And there you go. Go back to your diddley bow. And what a beauty she is. Now, the theme for this is everything but the kitchen sink, which, as we know, is quite an old expression. But if I may get a little bit closer, let me just show you. It's just getting dark here. Yeah, it's about, well, it's just gone 10 p.m. in the UK. But everything on this diddley bow, as you can see, is kind of household. And all these parts I had just knocking around in the flat, just knocking around in the apartment. Yep, so basically she's made of everything that I had hanging around. No additional expense. Yes, I do have single coil pickups just hanging around in my apartment. This is Liesl. We all know what this crazy bird is all about by now. So yeah, there it is. And well, let me just give you the run through. So okay, guitar wings made from drawer handles, which I did purchase from, you guessed it, Poundland, although these were actually $2. And considering they didn't fit very well, I think $1 would have been more appropriate. But anyway, I'm not complaining. And there she is. You can see she has a sink strainer as a resonator. So that's actually a resonator. And we will be moving on to resonators very soon. I promise. The usual grommets for sound holes. I fitted a very nice blue spangly single coil pickup, and she's got the buttons, the tuning knobs, little cupcakes, guitar wings, and yeah, the neck of this instrument is the mop that we basically did use to clean up after building Hemingway. So, you know, in true sort of diddley bow cigar box guitar land style, this neck actually had a previous life as a mop. It had a job before it became a musical instrument. There you go. Now, behind the scenes, I did have 1 or 2 comments actually about just the beautifulness of the green colour of this instrument. And yes, I totally agree. I mean, if you remember back to 1 or 2 videos ago, I did actually pull this box out because I thought this is the box that I want to use to make something that I want to play. It was basically going to be a bit of a laugh, and I thought it might look a bit goofy and a little bit sort of eccentric and not put together very well. But I honestly do think she's probably the sweetest thing that I've ever built. already she's my favourite. Yes. So I think a lot of the reason for that is because she really was something I wanted to build. She really was something I wanted to play. I thought it's been a very long time since I did a diddley bow, and wow, what a diddley bow. So yeah, without too much further ado from me, you can see that I've named her Honey. I was talking to our sister Susie Gemini in a private conversation because we know each other outside of YouTube, and I did say to her, she's my honey. And like, yeah, I got a thumbs up for that and more. And I thought, yeah, that's the name for this one, Honey. So I really, like I say, I just kind of got up this morning and started to build her. And by this afternoon, yeah, I had this lovely diddley bow. I did have quite a lot of trouble getting the electrics inside the body, but I did manage to like fit it all in, and I had to nail her shut basically because this box was quite old and warped. But it does show you that, you know, there's a lot you can do with these things. That blue pickup I was actually going to use on I've got a blue Cohiba cigar box, but I decided that I wasn't going to use this because I wanted to actually get one that was specific for a 3 or 4 string guitar. So this was like kind of surplus to requirement, and I thought, yeah, look, she looks lovely. Like if you see, well, there she is. And I think that basically this is the sort of thing, you know, that is very intrinsic with these very homespun, very artisan kinds of instruments. Yeah, absolutely. But enough waffle and rambling on from me. I'm sure we want to see just how she sounds, right? So I've got a couple of sliders here. I've got my bottleneck, which I'm going to use because it's the only one that's narrow enough to actually fit onto my ring finger, as we know. And I think you do get a much nicer sweep with your ring finger than, say, if you were using your middle finger. And even on my middle finger, this one's a bit too big. So anyway, I am waffling. Let's see what she sounds like acoustically. Yeah, and we'll take it from there. Okay. Trying to keep her in shut, but you can see she's got a nice return. Not bad. Like, excuse my London vernacular. Under here are some long screws, which I've packed with bolts basically. But they do form the resonator, and it actually resonates through this piece of metal here. So I do think that these kitchen cupboard handle wings actually do add to the quality of the sound. I'm sure we would really have to get Professor Liesel, and we know she's a bit weird, but she does know what she's talking about, to really kind of appraise these, and I might do, yeah. But if I ramble on and if I move on very swiftly, you do understand. It's because I want to plug her in, and let's see how she sounds plugged. So here we go. We do have little Roland over here, and here he is. Oh, I've got his lead all snagged, which he's not going to thank me for, but anyway. There we go, that's better. So if we switch it on. Sorry, it's such a mess in here. I still haven't tidied it up properly yet, but I just had to bring you this. Whoops. I'll give it up, Liesel. Thanks, peeps. And thanks, Mikey, for really getting behind this build. Yeah, you know, guitars are one thing, but as I always say, you can't beat a diddly bow. Okay then, peeps. More from this one soon, and I'll speak to you soon. I love you all, and, well, as always, as I always say, wherever you are, stay safe. Whatever you're doing, stay blessed. And whatever life brings, keep building. Bye for now. Bye. Bye for now, peeps. Bye.